All right, so for those who've been following, y'all know that I turned my what I thought would be a man cave into an office for my wife. So here's me adding a nice little light. Quick update, this is what it looks like now with the furniture. This is an IKEA PS2014 light fixture. So here we have it unboxed. This is the first step. It has a little end cap right here at the bottom. You want to twist that to the left, of course, to drop that down from the main part, the base down from the, whatever you call this. I don't know what the name of this is actually, because I don't know my motto with IKEA. They use pictures and not names. I don't know what to call the thing, but whatever this part is right here, the main part, I guess, from the base. You twist that, you drop it down, and you can actually reveal your inner parts right here. So we'll go from there. As you can see, all the individual parts. I believe it's 20 of these and 20 of these parts. No, it's 10 of these. Looks like that's 40 maybe. Looks like I'm gonna be doing some work here. All right, wish me luck. All right, it looks like you want to remove this little piece right here from this hook, and that way it allows the light to move freely. I guess this is like some type of clasp to hold it in place whenever you put it back up, so you can see on the instructions right there. They have it removed, and later on, I don't like to skip forward in instructions, but as you can see later on that you hook it back to it, and that allows you to be able to pull that string and tighten it up, I guess, to fit the base up here. So we'll go to that step next. We'll go ahead and connect these wires right here. I'm gonna unhook this, and then we'll connect these wires right here. This was the old set that we have, their traditional set, and that one actually did not have a ground wire connection. Well, we had a typical light bulb on the inside of that. I think I'm guessing my wife wants to put this new light bulb here. She put this up here for me, 600 IM, but I'm guessing that's the one we're gonna go with. But we had that, and just your traditional, y'all might have seen these in some of our other rooms, but your traditional ball type. So this should be a pretty good upgrade right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that started just to show y'all that we didn't have a ground wire in there. We just had the traditional white wire, black wire, hook those two up, and in those types you just leave the ground in there, because the ground is usually like just a copper wire, so you can see that. And the ground was just kind of, you know, folded up in there, and then you had your two basic connections. But this one, as you can see, does have a ground wire on it, and it's connected to the base right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook that up too, the same way that they have it right here. So that copper wire in there is your ground wire if you have an older setup like the one we had. So I had to expose a little bit more of the copper on my tube. I don't know if y'all saw that a couple minutes ago, but it was a little bit on the shorter side. So I just went ahead and shaved some of that off so that I can almost drop that bad boy, but so that I can connect these two pieces. They got a pretty good length on them already. So I went ahead and did that just now. Also, I noticed just now that the instructions here show you where you put your end caps on so that your wires aren't exposed, but this package does not come with end caps. So that's another good thing to think about. Like I said, we had an older model up there, and we didn't use the copper wire, so it only actually had two end caps. So of course you can use your same end caps from your old structure that you had up there, but as you can see, I only had two, so that would leave that wire right there exposed. So luckily I got some more downstairs, but that's just something to think about. You want to make sure you have 3 end caps so that you can put that third on there. Because the new fixture, I said structure, the new fixture does have 3 end caps in the picture, even though whoever put up our old one, we didn't have a third wire, so they didn't need an end cap, I guess. But I'm gonna go get one. I'll be right back. All right, so if y'all hear me breathing hard anytime throughout this video, mind your business. I'm fat. Working on that. Y'all see my progress out here. But either way, I got, y'all can see my 3 end caps. I put another end cap that I got from downstairs, which is why I'm up here breathing like I'm dying. But yeah, I just took 3 treks up and down the stairs for miscellaneous items. Either way, I got that third end cap on, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can holster this thing up. All right, so I won't say what I said to myself. I'll say this thing. Since this is for YouTube, I'll say this thing. I won't say what I said out loud. But I just noticed that this thing, not only did it not come with its own caps, which I don't know why I expected any differently, unless I'm losing it. I don't think I'm losing it, because that's the box that I just got all the stuff out of. Now I'll update y'all if I happen to find something, but it looks like these are just parts and pieces for the actual outside cosmetic design of the light fixture. And this is the, I guess, the innards. But either way, so not only did it not have end caps, so I used 2 of the old end caps that I had and one that I got from downstairs, but it also does not have screws. So I'm hoping these old ones will fit. I'm assuming they probably pretty universal. But I always think that's odd though. Like usually when you get a light fixture, it comes with its own like screws. It comes with its own end caps. This is IKEA. All right, so first snag. When you look at the instructions here, it looks like 2 small little slits, and the screws go straight through them and easily into the ceiling. Well, mine has these 2 awkward, I don't know what you call these, but that's the type where you put the screw in and you can slide it and lock it, I guess. And it doesn't line up with the holes that I have. So it has one little extra area right here, and I slid it in there, but it's still not quite good on this side. It's leaning a little bit. So I'm trying to get that to screw in there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to force it in there or not, but to my knowledge, that's the only way it's gonna be able to work. And it's almost impossible to turn screw that by hand with a Phillips screwdriver, because you keep pulling it back out. So I needed a little bit more force. So I went and got my electric drill. But of course, in typical first world problem fashion, I realized that I turned off the power in order to not get electrocuted to death. So I had to then run some extension cords through the other room. And our office is actually located on the opposite side of a bedroom. Like you have to walk through a bedroom to get to it. So through the bedroom and down the catwalk and downstairs to get some power. So wish me luck, because it's Aggie. You can see I got one in right here, the super awkward one. You can see I got that one in already. I think that's good enough for unpaid help there. Let's do it. Do it. All right, I'm reached the part where you pull your drawstring to get your base back close to the holder, the carrier, whatever that thing is. But as you can see, I'm gonna show y'all here in a second. I'm just foreshadowing here a little bit. All right, so I've reached that step. I'm gonna put my screws in. Good enough for free labor. I'm hooking that latch back on to the hook there, and then I want to pull this string up. This string determines the length of your light fixture. So this thing is actually pretty long, as y'all can see. This is the floor right here. I got a ladder in here. I'm only having to use 1 foot of it because our ceiling in this office is actually low. So you can see I'm 6 feet. I can touch that relatively easily. So what I realize is I'm going to have to gather a lot of this rope here, and I guess that's why this carrier right here is so wide, or so spacious rather, because I can store the rope in there when I draw it all the way up to the ceiling. I'm assuming, I'm hoping, I'm praying, because we don't want to hang it too low. The ceiling is already low, and I guess this thing is made. I guess it's a good thing though, because you can put it in almost any room if you wanted to hang, real low. If you wanted to hang it up high and let it hang low, but this is a low room, so I'm gonna gather most of that inside of this carrier right here, and then we'll see how that works. I looked and I was like, well, this thing doesn't look like it fits very well. Did I do something wrong? So I'm going back and I'm looking at all of my connections and making sure that I actually hooked them on right. But I realized that it's actually a pretty neat feature. I got to give IKEA one for this one. So once I get to the end, I would have figured it out. But I guess I didn't trust myself fully because I was struggling in the beginning a little bit. But this thing is actually made to open and close. So that's pretty neat. So I'll show y'all the end result once I finish. That's actually really neat. So it can be a globe, like a ball. I thought it actually finished as a globe, so I thought I had it wrong. But it's open like that, and you close it out to make it a globe.
Sorry. Pretty.
You think so?
Pretty.
I think so too.
So.